Hi, in this video I am going to show you how to use AWS CloudTrail to monitor and store account activity. AWS CloudTrail is a service that monitors and stores AWS API calls. Actions taken by a user, role, or an AWS service are recorded as events in CloudTrail. CloudTrail provides 3 ways to record events: Event History, CloudTrail Lake, and Trails. Let's start by looking at Event History. CloudTrail is active in AWS accounts by default. You can see some events representing API calls on the screen. Let's make an API call and look at it. For simplicity, I'll use CloudTrail. I don't have any SNS topics, but the call will be registered. Let's filter our events to find ours. Wait while your event is added to CloudTrail. Here it is. Open it. In each event, there are details such as event time, username, and source IP address. This information will be useful for security auditing. Besides the AWS console, we can look at the events using the AWS command line interface. Go back to the CloudTrail. Let's look at the event using AWS CLI. Here is our event. Close CloudTrail. We don't need it anymore. The next tool is Trails. Trails capture a record of AWS activities delivering and storing these events in an Amazon S3 bucket, with optional delivery to CloudWatch logs and Amazon Event Bridge. Let's look at it in practice by creating a trail. I want to mention that a trail created in the console is a multi-region trail. If you want to log events in a single region, use the AWS CLI. Type in a name. Select Create a new S3 bucket. This option turns on SSE KMS encryption instead of SSE S3 encryption of your log files. I won't enable KMS encryption. Note that customer-managed KMS keys aren't free. Log file validation creates log digests in an S3 bucket. We can use these digests to check the integrity of log files. What does all this mean? Open CloudTrail again. Create a file with some content. Compute the SHA-256 checksum and store it in the file named digest. Change the content of the main file. Compute the SHA-256 checksum again. As you see, the previous and current checksums differ, so the file was changed. I'm not going to send events to CloudWatch logs, so don't enable the checkbox. Click on Next. There are several types of events. I am going to log only the management events. In the management events section, keep checkboxes as they are. Click on Next. Review the settings and create the trail. Go to the S3 page. Open the created bucket. Navigate to the directory with some logs. Wait some time while your events are added to the S3. Open any file. There are events stored in JSON format in it. Let's continue our journey by looking at CloudTrail Lake. AWS CloudTrail Lake lets you run fine-grained SQL-based queries on your events. To start running the requests, we need to create a data store where events are aggregated. Click on Create Event Data Store. Type in a name. Pricing options affect your costs, so the choice depends on your specific use case. My monthly usage is under 25 terabytes, so I'll select the 1-year extendable retention pricing. The retention period remains as is. I am not going to use Amazon Athena, so don't enable Lake Query Federation. Click on Next. CloudTrail Lake allows you to collect AWS events and events from integration. Select AWS events and CloudTrail events. I am going to collect only management events with the read and write API activity, so keep the current options and move on. Before creating, note that after deleting an event data store, you have to wait 7 days before it will be permanently deleted. Review the settings and create the data store. Good, we are ready to make SQL queries. Click on Query on the side. Let's fetch 5 events from the data store. To do it, type in the Select Query with a limit clause in the Query section. Paste the event data store ID instead of the database table. Run the query. Open the Query Results tab. Here are our 5 events. By the way, you can save your results in an S3 bucket. Let's save the query and look at the other tabs. In the Result History tab, recent queries for viewing are stored. In this section, saved queries that you can run again are shown. On the Sample Queries tab, you can find sample queries that can be helpful to edit and adapt to your needs. The other helpful functionality is dashboards. The dashboard helps you visualize the data in your event data store by using queries. A few words about CloudTrail Insights. It helps AWS users identify and respond to unusual activity associated with API calls. In Trails, you can turn it on in the Insights event section. There are two types of events, API call rate and API error rate. API call rate is a measurement of write-only management API calls that occur per minute against a baseline API call volume. The API error rate is a measurement of management API calls that result in error codes. Finally, a few words about prices. Each tool in AWS CloudTrail has its own price, so before using, explore them. That's it. Don't forget to delete created resources. I hope this video was helpful to you. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you. Goodbye.